guys, it's Bookish Vegan here, Natalia, and welcome to another 24-hour readathon. So this one is actually like the first one that I ever filmed on my channel. It's hosted by Zoe from Read by Zoe, and I believe the theme of this readathon is gratitude. So I didn't really pick books that what to do with gratitude, but yeah, I think I've still got like around 15 minutes till midnight strikes. I've got myself a lovely cup of coffee, much needed because I've been awake since 6 AM this morning. So good. But yeah, I'm kind of happy with the 3 books I ended up picking for my TBR and for what I want to get through, because one's an audiobook and one's also of my physical TBR from last year, and then the other 2 are books that I bought recently, and I really want to prioritize the books I buy this year than the books that I have from last year, even though I do plan on reading both. I've noticed when I buy books I'm more hyped for them, like I hype myself up more for them than when they just sit on my shelf for a couple of days or even weeks or months, and then I just lose interest in them. So the first one is the one I'm actually already in the middle of. I'm 31 pages in. I read this morning, so on Friday, and it is State of Sorrow by Melinda Salisbury. I got this earlier on this week because next week on Tuesday I'm going to a book signing of Melinda Salisbury's and another author, PM Freestone. I'm not reading this book yet though, and yeah, I just wanted to pick it up, and so far everything I've read I really loved. I find the world and the writing captivating, so I want to know more, and I think it's going to be a quick read. Then the next one is the audiobook that I've actually already started as well, and it is A Reaper at the Gates by Sabatir. I really want to finish this audiobook this month because I just want to get more books off my physical TBR from last year. I am currently on page 62, not far in at all, and again I feel like maybe I could get through majority of this during this readathon. It will be pretty great. I don't know how many hours I have left, so let me check. So it says I have 12 hours left of this book. I already listened to 13%, so I could do it. I could listen to on quick speed and I could do it. I have faith with this one because I've been wanting to finish this book for ages. I just keep putting it down. And then the last book is actually a most anticipated book that came out this year, which is Warrior of the Wild by Trisha Levenseller. I just really want to read this month because it came out in March, February. I think in Britain it came out in March. So I'm super excited. It's actually the shortest book on this list, and I'm going to be using my Stark Ghost or Dire Wolf bookmark. I'm just so excited to read something about Vikings because I've been missing Vikings a lot since rereading Norse mythology earlier on in January, and also I haven't been like watching Vikings at all because I'm all caught up. But yeah, we've got 6 minutes left, so I'm just gonna try and find a comfortable position and read. So guys, good morning. It is, I don't even know what time, 8:46, and I ended up falling asleep after 1 hour and a half of reading. I did have that coffee, so I thought it would like sustain me at least till 3 in the morning. I'm already on my 2nd cup, but it didn't. I just passed out. I couldn't concentrate on what I was reading, so I was just like, let's just go to sleep, and I slept till 7, and then I read for like half an hour this morning, and then I was just like, let's go for a walk because the weather's super nice and I haven't been on a morning walk in ages, and I listened to my audiobook then. So let me tell you about the progress I've already made. So I started off the readathon with reading more of State of Sorrow. I ended up marking the books I've already started from, so then at the end of the readathon we can say how many pages we've read. But I ended up reading till chapter 10, page 96. So I read around 65 pages. God, I'm a slow reader for sure, and I'm really enjoying it. It took an unexpected turn the last chapter, how it ended. I was just like, I did not expect this. Then this morning, for that half an hour that I read for when I was like drinking my water, I started Warrior of the Wild because I decided, because I feel like during my other readathons I always focus on one book, finish it, and then start another one. but this time around I thought I would interchange the books so I can make progress through each faster. I don't know, I feel like it might help, and it would be nice to kind of like finish them all around at the same time. I don't know why, but I only got to page 22. I am enjoying it though. I was already like swooning, I mean. God, I'm so tired. I was already swooning so much, but not a lot has happened yet, but I am enjoying it. And then during my walk, it doesn't have the dust jacket, nor does Warrior of the Wild. I listened to A Reaper at the Gates. I didn't listen too much. I ended up, because I usually listen to audiobooks on script on 1.8 speed because I still catch everything, I thought I would boost it up to 2, and it is really helping. So I ended up reading or listening to around 40 pages. So far I've read around 100 pages. Oh great, well over 100, but I have faith and I'm gonna read more. I feel like even though I didn't sleep 7 hours or more, I only was awake for 1 minute, and I had like a whole period of like 3.5 hours of undisrupted sleep. So that's pretty cool and pretty weird, like, oh well. But yeah, that's the update. I'm gonna go read. So guys, it's 3:57 and I actually also ended up going on a walk around like 11-12 a.m. p.m. to the forest that we usually go to with my mum. So that like ate up like 1 to 2 hours of my reading time, but I don't mind. So far, since I've came home, I've been reading State of Sorrow, and it is so good. It's so political and I absolutely love it. I just literally went into the living room to tell my mom how I hate politics in real life, but in fantasy books and dystopias, bring on the politics. Oh, so good. I'm currently on page 210 and I keep reading 100 pages and then moving on to the other read with my physical reads. So I'm just having a smoothie. This is actually my lunch because today is my first day of my period, and on my first days I'm not hungry and my kind of womb hurts, so I don't really want to fill it up. But yeah, I'm gonna pick up Warrior of the Wild. I haven't read anything more or listened to anything more of A Reaper at the Gates since I updated you, but I'm a good chunk into Warrior of the Wild because I did read up to page 102 before I left for the forest with my mum. I'm really enjoying it, but when I updated it, like how far I'm into it on Goodreads, at the time I was like a little bit confused. Like I'm really enjoying it, but at the same time I'm confused because it claims to be loosely based on Vikings, but in this village where our main character is from, women can't be warriors. Like her father, he's like the lead person in the village, like the leader, and he's always wanted a son because he's an heir and he will lead on after his father like renounces his position. And the mother, like she only gave him like daughters. I think he has 6 daughters, and the youngest daughter is the only one that claimed to be a warrior. And then the father just kind of like ignores his wife, and then the wife takes it all out on the main character, and it's just so weird. And I just found it weird that women can't be considered warriors, because from everything I've learned from the TV show Vikings, from Norse mythology, women can be fighters. They're called shield maidens and they're not frowned down upon, if that makes sense. So I don't know if I'm enjoying the writing and the characters, but like from a perspective of someone who knows quite a lot, I would say, about Vikings, because she's obsessed with Vikings. Me, I can't believe I'm talking about in third person, but yeah, I kind of can't agree with that part. But so far I'm really enjoying it for the enjoyment purpose. I feel like it's a 4-star read. And State of Sorrow, I'm not sure what kind of read it is because yeah, I need to get to the end. And yeah, I'm definitely planning on getting through both of these books because I'm halfway through State of Sorrow, and then I've got like 215 pages of Warrior of the Wild to go, and I fly through that book. So I'm going to try and read another 100 pages or more of that one and then get back to State of Sorrow. So yeah, and smoothie breaks. I'm going to listen to some music, I think. So guys, sorry I look a mess, but it's just gone past 9 p.m. so I've got 3 hours left, but I finished my first book, which is Warrior of the Wild by Trisha Levenseller. So I've pretty much been reading this for like since I last updated you basically, and I am so conflicted with what to rate this because overall, if not for the woman part, because it just irks me because Vikings never had any like opposition to women being warriors, so that just irks me. But apart from that, look how many tabs I have. The romance was great, the storytelling was great, the pace was great, the characters were great, everything was flipping great. So I'm like torn between giving it 4.5 or 5 stars. I just don't know how I feel about the woman thing because that's a misconception. So, and I like when stories are thorough and stick to what I think they're gonna show. So yeah, I really enjoyed this. I did, when I was eating my dinner, which was literally rice, pickled cornichons, and avocado, that's that. I listened to a little bit more of A Reaper at the Gates. And yeah, I'm not that far in, but I really want to read more of State of Sorrow because I'm nearly halfway through. And I really thought I would finish it today, but I might just finish it off tomorrow, which is fine. Ooh, this circle I just noticed is 3D. But before I do continue with that, I'm going to meditate because I haven't meditated today and I just need to ground myself. Also do my German because I've been doing like 2 sessions on Duolingo a day, and then continue reading State of Sorrow till midnight because I'm not tired, so I'm also gonna need to get more water. But yeah, let's go. Let's not waste time. This might not be the best angle because the window is like on the side of me, so the lighting is a bit like on the one side of my face, but I kind of like the background, so we're gonna stick with it. But yeah, it's actually the next day already. It is Sunday, 31st. Oh my god, I can't believe tomorrow it's the next month. Oh god. But anyway, I thought I would wrap up with how my reading went. I even, after the time past like midnight, I even wrote like how many pages I read of each book so we can kind of see how many pages I read. But I only ended up finishing 1 book, which is kind of embarrassing because literally a couple minutes ago I was on YouTube and I saw a 24-hour readathon where a person read 6 books. But I'm really happy with how it went because usually during the afternoon, evening time I don't read that much, but this time around I just sat and read a lot. So I'm really happy. But the only book I ended up finishing, and I also started it during the 24-hour readathon, is Warrior of the Wild by Trisha Levenseller. This is one of my most anticipated books, as you already know if you watch my videos. But I really enjoyed it. I had like a little bit of a dilemma between how to rate it because I like the story solely. I loved it. I loved the writing. I loved the characters. I loved the setting. I love how so much nature was in the setting of the book. It was so great. But the only little thing that irked me is I actually did this little reading journal where I did my thoughts on it. So my initial thoughts before I went into the book was an interesting premise. I will read anything remotely based on Vikings, smiley face. Final thoughts, a great story. Love the characters and the writing a lot. My favourite characters were Mira, who we actually follow. She is the Viking that gets banished and sent on a quest to kill the God King, the evil god. And Soren, who we meet later on in the book. I don't want to spoil it because I didn't know about Soren or Soren's best friend. And Irina. Mira is the youngest of 6 daughters and Irina is a sister of hers, so I really liked her and Mira's relationship. My least favourite character is Kachina. I won't say who she is compared to Mira or like relationship wise, but horrible person. She got what she deserved, let's just say that. And then my favorite part, I didn't know how to like say it, like the romance or like stuff like that, and the book is split into parts, so I actually think it's between part 2, which is when she goes into the wild. I believe it's called the wild, but I think my favorite was part 3, the Maturgs, which are the quests that people are sent on when they are banished so they can redeem themselves. And I just really loved it. I'm tempted to do a review on my blog and also film a book review on my channel because you guys are probably expecting it since I loved Sky in the Deep. And yeah, this is a Viking book and I love Vikings. I'm actually already thinking of picking up Daughter of the Pirate King when I finish another audiobook because it's on Scribd, and Daughter of the Siren Queen. So yeah, a really great book if you're looking for a short, fast-paced book. Even though I didn't like the woman aspect, that's the only aspect. Oh yeah, that's what I didn't say. Any complaints, it said on here, what happened to shield maidens, because women are kind of like frowned upon. They can't really become warriors. You usually expect men to, and yeah, I just didn't like that part, so that's why I had to lower my rating. But there was one quote where like it's kind of feminist a little bit, but Sorin says to Rhaenyra, a man who finds his masculinity threatened by a powerful woman is no man at all, he says. You want someone who lifts you up, not tries to bring you down. And I even marked it. It was so good. I didn't highlight in this book, I just marked it because I didn't know from the start how I would feel about how women are belittled a little bit in this world. Like they can't act as a woman in a male role. But I feel like it was a great take on that, but I don't know if it fit into the Viking setting because Vikings are very pro shield maidens. So yeah. Then the other book that I ended up reading, but I didn't finish, and also Warrior of the Wild, was 326 pages that I read. The next book that I read the most out of is State of Sorrow by Melissa Salisbury. I ended up reading between these two marks, so pretty good if I do say so myself. I haven't read any more today, but I only have 10 chapters left, like 150 pages, maybe less than 150 pages to go, and I do plan on reading this before next Tuesday because I want to read this book before I meet the author. I'm loving it so far. It's kind of like, I want to say 5-star read because I just love how political it is. It's not action-packed like Warrior of the Wild, which was a nice kind of like thing to do, like read an action-packed book and then read a political based book. Not a lot happens. I just love the intrigue of the politics. So good. It reminds me of why I love fantasy so much. I feel like this is more like kind of magical realism because I feel like I'm in my world, but like there's still some magic in it. Oh, it's just so good, and Sorrow is one of my favourite characters to read about. She is such a good protagonist, such a great book. Definitely do give this a go because it's kind of underhyped. I feel like it deserves more hype, and I'm so glad I have the next book. I just can't wait to finish this. But yeah, of State of Sorrow, I ended up reading 282 pages, which is great. And then the audiobook I was listening to, as I said, was A Reaper at the Gates by Sabatahir. I didn't get through much. Can you even see that? It's so tiny. I only ended up listening to 81 pages. I feel like I am invested in the world. I want to see where it goes. But I'm just kind of like a little bit, I don't want to say bored, but like not a lot is happening. Like I don't really care about what's happening. So yeah, I'm definitely going to continue though because this was on my TBR for this month. But I'm going to try and finish it off before the 18th of April because my Scribd renews on there and I kind of want to take a break because I'm not going to be listening to a lot of audiobooks recently. So yeah, that's everything I ended up reading. And in total, the number of pages I read is 689 pages, which is pretty much nearly around 2 books if they're the length of Warrior of the Wild. So I'm really happy with that. I'm just happy that I literally spent the whole day reading. I can say I spent the whole day reading and I still had some sleep. So I wasn't like deprived of sleep. And I still went on walks and I did my other things that I love, tracking in my bullet journal. So I'm just really happy with how this 24-hour readathon went. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe if you're new. I post a lot of bookish and lifestyle videos. Recently I've been slacking, but after my exams in May and after I'm back home because I'm going to Poland as well for a week, you'll be seeing more videos for sure. I have so many planned. But yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!